Hello everyone, this is Asra Sultana, Assistant Professor in Triply Department, working in ISL Engineering College. So my subject Power System Operation and Control for Triply final year students, and I am taking today's topic auto reclosing. So let us see what are the various types of auto reclosing. Auto reclosing are of two types: medium voltage auto reclose and high voltage auto reclose. So medium voltage auto reclose is one where continuity of supply is the principal aim, and high voltage auto reclose is the one where main consideration are of stability and synchronizing. Okay. So auto reclosing is of two types: medium and high voltage reclose auto reclose. So medium voltage auto reclose is one where continuity of supply is the principal aim. So continuity of supply, that is coming under medium voltage auto reclose, and where the considerations of stability and synchronizing are there, that comes under high voltage auto reclose. Let us see in detail what is medium voltage auto reclose. So advantages are that by using medium voltage auto reclose, continuous supply will be there except for short duration when tripping and reclosure operations are being performed, and this will render the substation unattended. So success of rapid reclosure to a large extent depends on the speed of operation of the protections. So why we are using this medium voltage auto reclose? Because whenever a tripping is done, so substation will be unattended if it is doing the work automatically. Okay. So success of rapid reclosure to a large extent will depend on the speed of operation of the protections. So this is so because high speed protection decreases the amount of damage incurred and thus increases the probability of successful operation of reclosing, and it will render the system less vulnerable to any fault which may occur later. So the success of rapid reclosure will depend on the speed of operation of protections, and because high speed protection will decrease the amount of damage which is incurred and thus increases the probability of successful operation of reclosing. So it will render the system less vulnerable to any fault which can occur at later stage. In some cases, application of automatic reclosing enables us to use very simple but high speed protections of the lines. With instantaneous protection being applied, indiscriminate tripping of several circuit breakers is possible, but the provision of this type of auto reclosing makes it a selective operation. So what we are telling here, that application of this automatic reclosing enables us to use very simple but high speed protections of the lines. So several circuit breakers tripping is possible, but the provision of this type of auto reclosing will make it as a selective operation. So principles of acceleration of the overcurrent protections by means of automatic reclosing is discussed below. Okay. So this is a figure showing time versus distance characteristics of an overcurrent protection with acceleration prior to automatic reclosure. So overcurrent, first one let us see overcurrent protection with acceleration prior to automatic reclosure. So in this case, provision of single or short auto reclosive in a non-selective overcurrent high speed protection makes the protection as selective. So when we see in the figure, in this figure, overcurrent protection with time delays located at circuit breakers 1, 2 and 3 are provided so that T1 is less than T2 is less than T3. Okay. So we are taking certain conditions here. T1 is less than T2 which is less than T3. So non-selective high-speed overcurrent protection and automatic reclosure is located at circuit breaker 3 only. Okay. At 3 only it is located. Pickup current of this high speed protection is selected so that it only responds for faults occurring on the line sections AB, BC and on that part of section CD before the transformer bank. Therefore, for faults within the protected zone, high speed overcurrent protection trips breaker 3. So whenever there is a high speed overcurrent, so circuit breaker 3 will be tripping. Okay. After this, the automatic reclosure immediately will return the line to service, and at the same time the high speed overcurrent protection is removed for a time a little more than the operating time of overcurrent time relay T3, which is located at circuit breaker 3. So what does that mean? That it is T out is greater than T3. So whenever this automatic reclosure returns line to the service and same time high speed overcurrent protection is removed for a time which is little more than the operating time of overcurrent time delay. So the relay T3 which is located at breaker 3, that is T out is greater than T3. This is necessary because if the fault persists after the reclosure, it should be cleared by overcurrent protections at 1, 2 or 3. Advantage is that only one automatic reclosing system on the head section of the line is required. Now, the simplicity of the scheme for short distribution systems where the intermediate substations are not suited for automatic reclosing is an attractive feature of this scheme. So, what is the simplicity of the scheme? That for short distribution systems where intermediate substations are not suited for automatic reclosing is an attractive feature of this scheme. Now, let us see the second one, overcurrent protection with acceleration after the automatic reclosure. In this case, fault is first cleared by overcurrent protection with stepped time delays. Then after this, automatic reclosure returns the line to service, and if the fault is permanent, high speed overcurrent protection will operate and will remove the line from the service. Okay. So what is happening in this case? Fault is first cleared by overcurrent protection with step time delays, and after this automatic reclosure will return the line to service, and if the fault is permanent, high speed overcurrent protection will operate and remove the line from the service. So this is the diagram showing overcurrent protection with intern automatic reclosure, where we can see there are three zones. Stepped means what? Here I have mentioned here the uh, uh, delay as a stepped time delay. Okay, so this is what is that stepped time delay. Here three zones are shown here: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Okay, and this is the occurrence of the fault and the line. F1 is the fault here, and this is the generator, and this is the line. This is a single line diagram for overcurrent protection. Okay, so now let us see the third one, that is overcurrent protection with intern automatic reclosure. So it enables us to realize high speed protection of every section against transient as well as permanent faults. So this will be achieved by installing high speed non-selective overcurrent protections at all head parts of the sections. So the pickup value for all such protections is selected for faults inside the full length of the given section and not for faults beyond the step down transformers of one such exist. Different zones of protections are shown in figure 7.3. Okay, these are the different zones of protection: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. And is any non-selective operation of faults outside the given section is corrected by this type of auto reclosing. When the line is protected by a composite overcurrent protection, first stage of protection can be employed as high-speed non-selective overcurrent protection. So let us consider the figure where we have seen the zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. There I have shown you a permanent fault at F1 of the system. Then high speed relays of breakers 1 and 2 will operate at that point. Okay. Practically, immediately the automatic reclosure located at breaker 1 will restore the section 1 to service. As the fault F1 is located outside section 1 and breaker 2 is still open, the high speed overcurrent protection of section 1 will not operate, although it was automatically removed from service for a little while. Okay, so what is happening? So there is a occurrence of fault F1, permanent fault F1 at a system of the system as shown in figure. Here we can see there is F1 permanent fault which is occurring, and high speed relays of circuit breakers 1 and 2 will operate, and practically immediately automatic reclosure which is located at breaker 1 will restore the section 1 to service. As the fault F1 is located outside section 1 and breaker 2 is still open, high speed overcurrent protection of section 1 will not operate, and it was automatically removed from service for a little while, but still it will not operate. Now after a time delay, some TAR2, automatic reclosure at breaker 2 closes, and our equation will become TAR2 is equal to TAR1 plus delta TAR, where TAR2 is time delay of the automatic reclosure at breaker 2 and TAR1 is the inherent time delay of the automatic reclosure at breaker 1. Now what is this delta TAR? Delta TAR is time step, that is approximately equal to 0.5 seconds. As the fault of F1 is permanent, high speed overcurrent protection of section 2 will open circuit breaker 2 once more and remove section 2 from service. So this scheme has increasing clearing time as we proceed towards the far end of the line. So medium voltage auto reclose is over now. So we have seen there are two types of auto reclosing. First one was medium voltage auto reclose. Second one is high voltage auto reclose. So under medium voltage auto reclose, all these three things we have seen. Now we are going to say about high voltage auto reclose. So medium voltage auto reclose, we have seen overcurrent protection with acceleration prior to automatic reclose. Then overcurrent protection with acceleration after the automatic reclosure. Then third one, overcurrent protection with intern automatic reclosure. So these three terms are coming under the medium auto reclosing. Now high voltage auto reclose. Now in the high voltage circuits where the fault levels associated are extremely high, it is essential that the system dead time be kept to a few cycles so that the generators do not drift apart. So high speed protection such as pilot wire carrier or distance must be used to obtain operating times of 1 or 2 cycles. So it is therefore desired that the reclosing be of the single short type. High speed reclosure in high voltage circuits will improve the stability to a considerable extent on single circuit ties. Now on double circuit ties subjected to single circuit faults, continuity through the healthy circuit will prevent the generators from drifting apart so fast and increase in the stability limit is thus moderate. So it is sometimes it is important. Okay. However, when the faults occur simultaneously on both the circuits, stability limit will increase again considerably. Now let us see the successful application of high-speed auto reclose to high-voltage systems interlinking a number of sources will depend on the following factors. What are the factors we are going to see now? The maximum time available for opening and closing the circuit breakers at each end of the faulty line without loss of synchronism. So what is the first factor? Maximum time available for opening and closing the circuit breaker at each end of the faulty line, and that too without loss of synchronism. Second one is the time required to deionize the arc at the fault so that it will not restrike when the breakers are reclosed. And third one is speed of operation or opening and closing of the circuit breakers. Fourth one is probability of transient faults that will allow high speed reclosure of the faulty line. So it will be seen that some of these conditions are conflicting. The example, faster the breakers are closed, greater is the power that can be transmitted without loss of synchronism, provided that the arc does not restrike. Okay. So what is the what we have seen here, that faster the circuit breakers are reclosed, greater is the power that can be transmitted without loss of synchronism. But here the likelihood of arc restriking is greater and unsuccessful reclosure is more detrimental to stability than no reclosure at all. For this reason, the time allowed to reionize the line must not be less than the critical time for which the arc hardly ever restrikes. So extinction of arc and all this we have seen in the subject switchgear and protection. Students, you can watch those videos of switchgear and protection for arc extinction and explanation in detail. Okay. So the reduction of reclosing time obtained by high speed relaying is however preferred as it reduces the duration of arc. Indeed, the increase in power limit due to reclosing is much greater with rapid fault clearing than with slower fault clearing. For best results, the circuit breakers at both the ends of the faulty line must be opened simultaneously. So at any time during which one circuit breaker is open in advance of the other will represent an effective reduction of the breaker electrical dead time and may well jeopardize the chances of a successful reclosure. To determine the electrical dead time for a circuit breaker used in a high-speed auto reclose system, it is very essential to know the time interval during which the line must be kept de-energized in order to allow for the complete de-energization of the arc and ensure that it will not restrike when the line is reconnected to the system. So deionization time of an arc in open atmosphere depends on a number of factors such as circuit voltage, conductor spacing or gap length, fault current, fault duration, wind velocity, etc. So line voltage is the most important of all the factors affecting the arc deionization time. Typical values of deionization times for an arc in free air are, so line voltage on left hand side it is given in kilovolts and minimum deionization time in seconds is given on the right hand side. For 66 kV, minimum deionization time can be 0.1, for 110, 0.15, for 132, 0.17, 220 line voltage, kilovolt line voltage, the deionizing time can be 0.28. 275 it is 0.3. Now let us see the comparison between three-phase auto reclosure versus single-phase auto reclosure. So three-phase auto reclosure is one in which the three phases of the transmission line are opened after fault incidents independent of the fault type and are reclosed after a predetermined time period following the initial circuit breaker opening. For a single circuit interconnectors between two power systems, opening of all the three phases of the circuit breaker makes the generators in each group start to drift apart in relation to each other, since no interchange of synchronizing power can take place. On the other hand, single phase auto reclose is one in which only the faulted phase is opened in the presence of a single phase fault and reclosed after a controlled delay period. For multi-phase faults, all three phases are opened and reclose is not attempted. In case of single phase faults which are in majority, synchronizing power can still be interchanged through the healthy phases. So in case of single phase auto reclosing, each phase of the circuit breaker has to be segregated and provided with its own closing and tripping mechanism. So it is also necessary to fit the phase selecting relays that will detect and select the faulty phase. Such single phase auto reclosing is more complex and expensive as compared to three phase auto reclosing. When single phase auto reclose is used, the faulty phase must be de-energized for a longer interval of time than in the case of three phase auto reclosure, owing to the capacitive coupling between the faulty phase and the healthy conductors, which will tend to increase the duration of the arc. So the advantage which is claimed for the single phase reclosing is that, so we are now going to see the advantages of single phase reclosing. So the advantage which is claimed for single phase reclosing is that on a system with transformer neutrals grounded solidly at each substation, so interruption of one phase to clear a ground fault will cause negligible interference with the load because the interrupted phase current now flows in the ground through neutral points until the fault current is cleared and the faulted phase is reclosed. So what are the disadvantages of single phase reclosing? So main drawback is its longer deionizing time which can cause interference with communication circuits and in certain cases operation of earth relays in double circuit lines owing to the flow of zero sequence currents. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope today's topic is clear to everyone. So next class I am going to finish the fourth unit. Thank you everyone for watching the video.